Hey guys, welcome to the session. Just wait for a couple of minutes for others to join in. Just wait for one more minute, and in the meantime, others join in. I'll kickstart the session. Yeah, I think we are good to start the session. Let me share my screen. A quick check. Do you guys able to hear me and able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for confirming. And yeah, welcome to the session, guys. Like we are in the Agentic AI course where we started with the basics. So, and you know about me, and I'm Prashant, and who is Gen and Agentic AI trainer in KSR Institute. And our main goal is to make the students, rise the students from scratch to success. So, before I get into the topic, I'd like to know, do you have any questions in yesterday's class?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Thank you for confirming. And were you guys able to download the assignment and do the assignment? I mean, of course, it is very simple one, but I want to get you used to the hands-on with the Jupyter Notebook. So that is the only reason.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. Now have let's a quick quiz based on the yesterday's session. I mean, it is not like a quiz. So basically, there are many ways in interview process, right? So one of the ways they give and choose the correct answers exam, right? Where we can do it in online or maybe in person. They will be giving tricky questions with the tricky options where with the knowledge in the Python, we should be able to crack that. Similar to that, let's see. So what is the type of variable X after this code executed?
It's a string.
String.
Error.
Yeah.
String. And error too. Second one is error.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, still, I'm not convinced with the answers. Like, is it error or string?
It's error.
String.
The string plus string, yeah.
Right. So the answer is a string. It will not throw any error because here the X is string because I have represented in quotes. And if I use the plus, yesterday I have shown the example where I can add two strings, right? And by the way, what will be the output of this question? I mean, if I execute this code, what will be?
105.
105.
Yeah, 105. So the output type will be string, and 105 is the answer if I execute this thing. But the type of X will be string. There will be no error because we can use plus operator with the strings also, as we saw yesterday. What will be the result?
First one is 16.
16.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think that's right.
It's a 16 is the right answer.
False.
False.
True.
No, true.
True.
Because yeah, so Python
String.
will consider string.
We'll
Error, I
take.
think.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically it will give us false. Of course, we'll see. We'll discuss on this in today's class also. I'll explain why it is false.
True.
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 That's-
Yeah. Yep.
True.
That's right. Like it's a true. So here this condition, right? Whatever we are writing the condition, it's a true, and this one also is a true. So true and true will become true.
3.33.
B.
Yeah. I'd say B.
B. B.
B.
Right. It's a B. I mean, I just want to clarify one of the confusion, right? The X is of type integer, and we are dividing integer by integer. There might be few people might be confused that the output also might be an integer. It is not like that, right? And also I'm assigning to X the same thing, right? So the correct answer is 3.333. Yeah. Any questions?
So I have a question in previous question. Can you? scroll
Yeah,
down?
that we'll discuss.
Okay. Okay.
1.
True.
False.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
say true.
Yeah, this is like a out of syllabus question maybe. We will discuss today, of course. Yeah, the correct answer is true. So I mean I can explain now itself. Like so basically in Python, right? 0 represents as false. 1 represents true, right? So as 0 is false, I'm saying not false. Not false will be true. Of course, we'll see practically this one.
False.
False.
Others?
False.
I'll go with false.
False.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
False.
right. The answer is false. So true or false? So as
False.
we discussed yesterday, right? Any one will be false means it will be false. No. Any one thing is true means it will be true. True or false will be true. True and false, right? True
Yeah,
or
true
false
and
will be,
false.
yeah, it will be false. So that's why it is
Yeah.
false. Okay, that's good. And let me quickly open the Jupyter. You can also open in parallel. So D drive, and I need to open in today's class. And I'm uploading the class thing, whatever we have done in classwork, right? It is uploading in LMS portal. I hope you guys are able to see that under programming code section where I'm uploading the things. Jupyter Notebook. So we have opened, and the naming conventions we are following is so to Python, and we can put classwork and 20 November 25. Okay. So let's so we'll discuss about few things and we'll share the slides. The things we need to discuss is first thing, like yesterday we looked into variables, right? Identifiers, how the naming conventions has to be, right? So we'll see, I mean, some more naming convention, the rules of variables, right? Variable names must start with a letter or an underscore. Yesterday we saw variable names are the variables names should not start with numbers is what we saw yesterday. And today what we are saying, so variables name, let's suppose I do have a variable called underscore and I can assign this value, right? Yeah, I am able to assign this value. And also I can have a variable with underscore starting with, and I can see the value. So that means I can start a variable name with underscore or a alphabet. And the first letters, so your variable name should not have spaces in between. And in between, it may consist letters, numbers, and underscore, anything, right? So I can have a variable like this. And if I print, I will be able to see this value. And in the same way, I can have a variable with having numbers. And this is also acceptable. And yeah, I mean, numbers I can have, underscore I can have, right? Names are case sensitive. Say we saw that, right? So what is meant by case sensitive means, if I use a normal underscore 20 and if I have another variable with s as caps, right? Let me give 30. And if I try to print, because as we will be working in real-time environment where from first day onwards we should be able to work as a developers, and these and all we should be aware of, then only we'll be able to focus on business requirement, all those stuff. If we are stuck in these things only, then it will be tough for us to parallelly do these things. So if you see, even though the spelling is same, right, but because of the case, it is treated as different variables. And yeah, I mean, these are rules, right? And there are best conventions which developers has to follow. So basically the variables should be readable. Readability is very important. So I can have, I mean, Python will not say anything. I mean, it will allow me and it will work. It won't complain, but as a best practice for developers, we should have some meaningful number of pens. Something like this. I should have the variable name meaningful, and the person who is reading the code, he should be able to understand this variable is created for this purpose. And in order to separate the variables, right? I can use underscores. Yeah, Madhu, go ahead.
Yeah, Prashant, I have just one doubt. So, while declaring the variables, right, we'll go with underscore or a small letter starting with. So,
Right,
followed by, we'll use generally capital, right? Capital letter.
right.
So,
So
like use, yeah,
yeah, we can use the capital letters. So I mean, as discussed in earlier classes, right? We can use the camel case. So that is also acceptable as also good practice instead of underscore. If I want to use this thing, right?
yeah,
This thing also is acceptable and it's also a good practice.
okay,
This is also possible, camel case. Or yeah, I mean, this is what we can do. Uh, this is the question you were asking, right, Madhu?
yes, sir. Generally, like in my
Correct.
language, we will use like small, starting with a small letter followed by capital letters. We will use variables or functions.
Right, right,
Yes,
right. That is true. Either we can use underscore or we can use camel case.
yes, yeah.
And coming to, yeah, and one more important thing. I mean, these are all not mandatory stuff. These are all developer ethics, which every developer should follow, right?
Good
And
to know.
yeah, good to know. And the caution thing, avoid the lowercase letter I, sorry, L, uppercase O, and uppercase I. Of course, uh, the IDEs are mature enough to differentiate the things, right? But there are cases. I mean, this is, you guys need to remember that we will mess up by putting these things in the name of the variable. The small l always get confused with capital I, and capital O always get confused with 0. And it's IDE to IDE, the font to font. We can change the font, right? So it will get confused. So we need to remember that while using, we need to be cautious about these words. I mean, we have spent around half an hour to 40 minutes in order to debug an issue. We are setting the value, but it is not going to the third party system. We are struggling a lot. Like after 30 to 40 minutes, we understood that there is a L in the variable name, which we are setting as a JSON, and that variable we are passing is completely different. Instead of L, it was I. So this kind of confusions will be there in real time. So I just want to highlight this. So not avoid, be cautious while using these things. So let me put as a markdown. Yeah, right. And let's, I mean, yesterday we saw how to create a variable, right? Declare a variable. I mean, not declare, assignment and creation, declaring both happens together, right? So let's suppose if I have a variable and another variable, fine, yeah. So now what is the type of answer variable?
Integer,
Integer.
And what is the type of pi?
like float,
Float,
Decimal.
Float,
decimal, float.
exponential, decimal.
right? So it's a float data type. If I try to add integer value with float, what will happen?
It will give you
It will throw
float.
error.
Yeah, that is the expectation, right? Error. But Python is smart enough to convert the values. So it will perform. It will not deny, and it will perform the addition, and also the output will be float, because float has the higher priority than integer. So that's how the output will be float. In case if I want to programmatically convert, right, what I can do is I can provide int of, and I can provide that variable which will convert the pi variable which is a float and show it to us as a
Integer.
integer, because we are trying to convert. As we are converting, the decimal part will go off. In the same way, I can convert this answer to float, as there is no decimal, it is taking as 0.0. So answer is integer, pi is, I mean, after doing this, still answer will be of integer type only. Let me show you. Because I'm just displaying it. I'm not changing the value or type of the variable. Just for display purpose, I'm just converting it. So the actual type won't change with this. Until unless if I do like this.
Something like we are casting.
So I'm casting and assigning to this variable.
Yeah.
So in this case, the type will change, obviously, right? Is it clear about int float type variable?
Yes.
Yes. Hmm.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
And the important thing we need
Can
to,
you explain again, sir, this topic?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Can you explain it again, sir?
Yeah, sure. So 42 is a number, right? For numerical values, if I want to store in Python variable, right, then we call it as integer type. Int, we call it in short form int, integer, which is numbers, right? And if I want to store some decimal values, right, then we call the type as float. And is this clear? Integer float till 16th line?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In 17th line, I'm trying to add two variable values. One variable value is of type integer. Another variable type is float. Even though answer is from integer, pi is from float, but still Python will convert automatically and perform this addition, and the output will be float value. Is till 17 is clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, if I want to convert manually the type, right, then I will be using int of, this is the syntax. So int is a keyword, and I need to use brackets, and I need to specify which value I want to convert, right? Then pi value is actually 3.14, and when I converted, it is showing just the integer value, and the decimal value will go off. Is 18th is clear?
Okay, sir.
And 19th also, we are just converting to float. Answer is of integer type. Now I'm converting to float. In order to check the variable type, I can use the type keyword. And with type answer, I'll be able to see which type this variable belongs to. Here, I'm overriding the value of answer with float of answer. Answer was integer data type. As I have converted into float, now answer will be float data type. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now we need to look into the important data type, which is string. So yesterday we saw, right, we can represent string in multiple ways. What are those multiple ways? Can anyone remember that?
Single quotes, double quotes, and triple quote.
That's right. So as we are aware of, hello is basically equal to hello, because and also this is also equal to triple quotes hello, and this is also equal to, all means same. There is no difference until if we have any new lines or spaces, some extra characters, until that these will be same. Let me put markdown. Okay, so and we have some string functions, predefined functions. So basically, whenever you hear a function means it has certain functionality. With the name of the function, we can utilize that functionality. It's a magic kind of stuff where we don't know how it has been implemented, but we'll just use it. So how we use the mobile phone, right? We don't know how, which chip and how they have manufactured and how they have assembled it. Without knowing it, we just use the phone, right? In similar way, in Python also, there are certain functionalities they have predefined already, and they are ready for use, and we can use it. Now we'll see how we can use string functions. String functions will be applied on strings. So I need to have one string. So if I have one string, right? Let me take. I have one string, and let me take with small letter, and I have a string function. How I can access that function, right? How we access our mobile phone will take into hand, right? Similar way, in order to access the functionality defined by Python, I need to use dot operator. Dot, and I need to specify the function name. Capitalize. So the name itself will explain clearly that this is to capitalize the first letter. Is capitalize is clear? Now you will ask
Yes.
a question. Why we need to write a function? Instead of that, I can just write in a capital M, right? But this functionality will be used, right? Think about sign-in page where you not even sign-in page, or sign-in page where you type your sign-up page where you will type the name, right? Different users gives in different formats. I may give all in small letters, but once we sign in, when we go to the next page, if it is a ticket booking system, right? I need to see other pages, web pages, right? In that web pages, at the top right corner, it will say hi with my name, right? Even though I have typed in small letters, but it will capitalize and it will show in proper way because the names has to be capitalized, right? So we'll see that now. now we'll see how we can take input from the user. Then, I mean, whatever I'm saying, right, we can write in Python also. So input is the function. It's a magical function, again, a function which is predefined in Python. We can use it. How to use it? I'll show you. Input is a method which will ask the user to type something. If I run this, if you see in earlier things, right, it was showing the output, whereas now a text box has come in and it is asking to type something. And you can see this is not showing any number. It is star mark. That means it is waiting. It is keep on running and waiting for me. Whenever I type something, right? When I type and when I click on enter, then it will terminate. And it has taken the input as Dinesh. And I can improvise a little bit input and I can specify what I need to type. What is your name? If I execute, the thing what I'm specifying here will be populated and will be asked. This code is still running. Until I type and press enter, the code will wait. And I can write Prashant, and if I type, so that is the output. I'm able to see it. Good. In the same way, in sign up page, we are able to text box has come, we'll type in, and what I was saying is capitalize, right? So I will add one more functionality on this function, dot capitalize, because the output of this input function is a string, right? On this string output, I'm applying one more function, which is capitalize. And if I type, right, and if I type and enter, you can see even though the user has typed with small letters, it has converted into capitalized format and it is able to show in capital letters starting. Is capitalized function and input function is clear for you guys?
Yes.
Can we specify the character, like, right now we are just, it's automatically capitalizing only just the first character. So if we want to specify, like, for instance, like, two names or first name, like middle name, and we want to capitalize the first for the first name and the middle for the middle name. So can we do that using capitalize function?
So capitalize, so there are multiple versions in strings. So one is this capitalize, and I will show you the other ways. So one is, so input I'm taking and I can use title. If I execute this, let me give what is your name only. If you see, the title means every word starting letter. Yeah. And I mean, these are the functions we thought to discuss today. So that's why I'm, as you asked, I'm covering up. So I can use upper. Any guesses? What will be?
So all the first letters of
all will be uppercases.
Yeah. Every letter will be capital. And if upper is there, some other function also should be there, right? What is that?
Yeah.
Lower.
Yeah.
Lower.
So, I mean, instead of this, I will just use directly string. This is upper, and we have lower, right? So I mean, I don't have any upper cases, but if I use also, it will form into lowercase. And I mean, there are many things to know. Okay, one is a swap case based on the requirements we'll be using. Okay, swap case is it will change capitals to small, small to caps. So these are all predefined functions. So I'm just using as is directly, and I'm able to achieve the things. And as I was saying, Python is readable, right? You can clearly, by name of the function itself, clearly explain what it is doing. Is it clear, guys?
Method,
Yeah, go ahead.
in the capitalized method, only starting letter will be changed. That's all, sir.
Correct.
Can you give me what is your instead of Manoj? What is your name?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir.
If I want every letter, the first letter title will be used.
Okay, okay.
Any questions? Are these functions string functions?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
And so we can use replace also. So I mean, that is functionality we can use. Okay, let's suppose Niranjan dot replace. I don't want to mess up his name. Let me change something else. Good. Replace. I need to specify which letter I need to change. Let's change O with what? I can specify that. And if I execute, right, there's something we can use to replace certain character with some other character. And in the, I mean, the starting quiz, I have shown one example, right? Where x equal to 10. And if I want to know, this is string, I know, right? I can see the type of x is string because I have entered the number in double quotations. So that is why it is considering it as a string. Now, if I want to know whether this value is a number or not, right? Then what I can do is x dot is digit. Then it will say whether it has digits, all digits inside it or not, is what it will check. If I use dot is digit, right? Then it will show false. As Lakshita was talking about one of the use case where we have first and last name, right? So if I use Ritika,
Somebody's not on mute.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of noise.
Let me mute. Yeah.
Thank you.
Please let me know in these cases because when I was focused on teaching, right, I will not forget about those disturbances. So let me know so that I can mute those people. Yeah. Let's suppose I have multiple values inside in a single string, right? Then I can do split the first name and last name. How I can split? So the function name itself is split, and how I need to split on what basis. So whenever you see comma, split those things. So the output will be two different words separated because the comma is there in between. So it is separated and it is showing like this.
Okay, is that an array then that it's showing? It makes it into an array.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
more than one value.
Okay.
And let me show one more thing. So we think that let's suppose name equal to Srinivas. I do have the string, right? How, I mean, if I want to print, I can just put it and this will print the name. But how this name will store internally is this name will store in Python internally with index values. What are the index values? So for Srinivas, the S will be 0 and R will be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, like this. What is the purpose of indexes? I'll show you.
To show the address locations.
So yeah, to get the particular character from it. So how we can get a particular character from this? So I need to specify variable name, and in a square brackets, I need to specify which index value letter we need it. Let's suppose if I see 3, right, I'm able to retrieve this N, right? And not to, I mean, in order to use for substring purposes, right? If I want to take a part of the string from the bigger string, right? In these kind of cases, we'll be using it. Let's suppose if I want to retrieve NIV, 3 letters, then what I can do is I can specify the starting character, and from here, how many I need to specify, right? I mean, 4 again, it will be 1 only. So the thing we need to understand here is the first letter is inclusive. And after is to whatever number we specify, that is exclusive. From 3 to 3, that is what we are asking here. As we need 3 characters, so it will be 6. Then I can get 3 characters. So 3 has come, 4 has come, 5 has come. 6 didn't come because it is exclusive. 3 has come because it is inclusive. Is it clear? How we get a part of the string? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are indexes in negative value also. So how it will be? So the last character will be -1 and last but one will be -2 and it will go on. Why we have this string, right? I mean, the positive indexes. Why we need negative indexes? The reason is we don't know. Let's suppose if I want to get the last character, whatever the input might be, right? In this case of input, yeah. And whatever the user types, I just need the last letter. Then I can use like this. And what is your name? If I write my name, and it will get me the last item. If it is post index, I need to specify which index alphabet I need it. If I doesn't know what is the input the user gonna enter, right? So in that case, if I want the last letter, I can just use -1. Is indexes in strings is clear, positive and negative?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So we saw integer, float, string, and string functions. Now let's see Boolean. So Boolean in the conditions also we saw true or false, right? So we can specify equal to Boolean in this way. No quotes, right? Just like this. And if I print, and it will be printed. And so it's a case sensitive, case sensitive, yeah. Case sensitive. So if you give in small letters, it will not identify and it will throw an error. So the first letter has to be capital letter. And as I was saying, right? So the Python course is true. In Python, true is represented as 1. And false will be represented as 0. So that's why if I use not Python course, what will be the answer?
0.
0, which is false.
It will be false. Basically, I'm saying
Prashant,
not true. Yeah.
I mean, not this one, but can we run using keys instead of clicking on the play button? Do we have like that, like Control E or something like that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we are running each cell, right? So
Shift enter.
Shift Enter. Okay.
Shift enter in Windows.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. And yeah, and so in SQL we saw if there is no value, what is the keyword we use there in SQL?
Null.
Anyone? Yeah,
Null.
that's correct. Null, right? So here also we have similar concept called none in Python. Let's suppose is also case sensitive. And if I try to print also, it will not. Let me do this. So this is how, if we don't have any value, we'll be storing as none. Is it clear, guys? Till now, the basic data types, what we have: integer, float,
Yes.
string, Boolean, and none.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. And it's a none type. Yeah, so the basic things are good. Let me share my screen. I mean, we'll come a little bit outside of the thing, the data types, right? We'll discuss about packages. Yeah, so basically packages, what is package? I mean, before getting into this thing, right? When we design any project, we'll have multiple folders in it. Let's not about Python project or something, right? If I have if I have 100 songs, which is mixture of all languages, if I want to store, I cannot store in single folder. It will be difficult for me to navigate, right? And finding also, it will be difficult, and everything will be difficult. It will be messed. In order to organize, what I will do is I will, based on the language or based on the music type, I will be dividing the songs and will be putting in different folders. This is what organizing, right? So for that organizing Python projects, we use packages. So package is nothing but, you can assume as a folder. And a folder where we can store certain functionalities, certain programs, certain Python programs. And we have modules concept. Module is nothing but any Python file which is saved.py is called module. Any file with an extension .py is a module. So why we store this Python files? Basically, there is a functionality I have, a business requirement, and I have written in Python, and I will save that file, and that file basically talks about a particular functionality, so that wherever I want to use it, I can reuse it. And module is .py file, and collection of modules are grouped together and will be called as Python package. Developers can create their own and even use third-party packages. I mean, it is not. Not only user will create the packages. There are predefined functionalities either from Python or either from different company, right? They can publish their own packages, and we can install those package and we can utilize that functionalities. So that is what third-party packages are. And Python by default, it has numerous packages already installed. So that's why we are able to use the functionality, the string functions. If you see earlier, right? It was working as is, like if I'm writing that word, it is working. That means there is a predefined modules and packages are already installed with the Python, basic Python, that is helping us to use those functionalities. And as you understand, it's a group of modules. Packages are, what is module? If anything functionality we written in a file and we save it as .py, then we call it as module. Yeah.
No, I'm good, Prashant. Sorry.
No, yeah. So this is what packages. So let's see one of how we can use package, right? So let me open. Right. So we have used already inbuilt Python functionalities, right? With the help of this things, right? With the help of upper, title, upper, lower, swap case, all those stuff. Now let's try to use a third-party package. So in order to use a package, right, I need to inform Python that I'm gonna use certain package in this code. So for that, I need to write import. Import means I'm using some extra functionality from different package. So that's why I'm specifying it. What is the package or module? I can specify camel case. There is a camel case package is there, a package or module is there, right? If I want to use extra functionality, I need to write this import statement. And let me create a variable which acts like this functionality. So in order to that, I need to use camel case dot. It has a function called camel case. Let me see. Okay. Module is not available. So basically, right, Python comes with own functionality, but this is a third party package. This package is not available in my system. That's why it is throwing an error. How to get some third party packages into my system? So this pip arg pipe like pypi arg, where we will be able to find all the package information in this website. We will be able to see all the packages as I am looking for camel case, and it is showing me how I can install this package in my system, and I can just copy and I can just type it here. Pip means pip is a library which is predefined installed in our system, and with the help of pip, we will be able to install external third-party libraries into our system. This is one way where I can use Jupyter Notebook and type the command to install. There are many other ways. So I can show in Anaconda prompt also. There's Anaconda prompt here also. I can say pip install camel case and it will work. As I have installed already via Jupyter Notebook, it is saying requirement already satisfied. So now I'm able to install camel case into my system. If there are no errors, and also it has mentioned clearly that successfully install camel case. And as I haven't specified any version, so latest version will be installed in my system. Good. Now I am able to install it. So this is a syntax, pip install whatever third-party library I need to put it here, then this will get installed in my system. And there are certain different naming conventions for each third-party systems. Different companies, they publish with underscore, hyphen, or some different names. So we can search in Google and find out this web page, and here we'll have the proper installation command. We can use that command to do that. And it will also show some sample code how to use it. Now as I have installed camel case into my system. Now if I run, I'm not getting any error. So yeah, I have imported this thing and I have created a variable which acts like camel case functionality. And with this, let me give a string. How are you? And if I want to, I have a method called hump, and I can specify the string, and I will be able to achieve the camel case functionality here. How I know this is how I need to use.
The
I
same
mean,
like title, camel case function.
yeah, exactly, Arjun. That's right.
Okay.
Earlier, I have used the title, which is internal Python functionality. Now I'm using a different third-party module to achieve that title thing. I'm just showing the way how we can use the third-party package and module into our code.
So now you don't have to munch title and you can just work with any string. It will just give it like camel case.
Yeah, if the use case is just to do the camel case, then I can directly go to title because I need to do multiple lines of code here. Instead of that, I will prefer title only. But camel case has some extra functionalities. I mean, based on the user thing, right? If the user need more functionality, which is available only in camel case, then this is how we can utilize it. And we can see the documentations also. I mean, the person who is maintaining, and we can see the GitHub repo and the licenses from MIT. We can read about the stuff and we can understand. And if I want to, yeah, go ahead.
Prashant, in line number 62, you have imported camel case uh, package, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was imported, and then you have assigned camel case function to C, correct? Now it's a sub function hump within camel case.
Correct. That's right.
So
I will explain all this stuff like class, method, function, all those stuff in further classes. I mean, just try to, yeah. Go ahead.
no, so what if I would have only written in line number 63 as C dot S?
No, I mean, I need to pass to hump to achieve this camel case.
It's not like title. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, C dot yes, you are saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it won't work like this. So basically, hump, I mean, so why we need to follow the syntax is this company, I mean, company is MIT license, and this author has defined like that. If you want to use the functionality of camel case, you need to pass it to the hump method. Then only you will be able to achieve this functionality. This is how he has designed his package. And we need to strictly follow those to get the functionality output. It is a rule has been specified that person. So that is why we need to follow that rule to get the functionality.
Okay.
So C equal to camel case dot camel case. So one is class and one is we are calling the method. I didn't understand that statement actually.
Yeah. So this is module.
Okay.
Module is nothing but the Python file. In this Python file, there is a class. In this class, there is a method called hump.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to get into here now. We'll discuss these things when we discuss about class, method, and this thing. But this is the line you need to understand from this whole example, how we can use third-party packages.
Okay.
So C is just a shortcut then. So you don't have to type all that.
Yeah,
thing out
exactly.
all the time. Okay.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay.
I can achieve this also. I mean, dot hump. Yes, this works. So instead of using the big syntax, what I'm doing is I'm creating a variable, and this variable acts as this class and functionality, and I'm using that. Basically, in this Python world, we call it as an object. Yeah, I don't want to come to those technical words because in when we discuss about OOPS concepts, then we'll discuss about that object, class, all the stuff. And this, I mean, you can understand what is this. Is it clear?
Sounds good. Yes.
Yeah.
Real
Packages,
good. Real good.
how to use, so how to install packages and how to use the third-party packages we just saw now. Now, let me, I mean, we discussed about some few data types, right? The integer, float, string, Boolean, none type. And we do have some more data types. And till now, whatever we saw, examples, right? All the variables can store only one value, right? If you saw the examples everywhere, Python course variable storing only one value, which is true. And the name is storing a string, which is Srinivas. And if you see any, yeah, so pi is storing a float, one value. Answer is storing one value. What if the use case is to store multiple values, more than one value in a variable?
So didn't you kind of allude to that when you did the split? You had an array there with multiple values.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right observation. So we need to get into the different kind of data structures. Those are just a minute. Yeah, different data structures. Those are lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries. And I will explain each one. Each one, right? So in order to explain, so basically, like data structures store a collection of related data. Collection of related data, that is the words you need to understand. Collection, more than one data, so that we can access the data efficiently. If I want to store a family information, age, name, height, right? What I will do is I can just store in a height variable, name variable, and like this. But in family, there are 4 people, right? Then I need to have 4 name variables, 4 height variables, 4 age variables. What if I get a chance to store multiple values into a single variable called names, and I can store all the names of the family? That will be easy to maintain the data and easy to access the data. If the data is small, it is easy to maintain. And if data grows, it is difficult to maintain. That's where we need some more data structures, and these data structures will help us. In order to remember these data structures, I would like to start with a story. And there is a fairy, there is a fairy land called Pi Land, and a young coder named Arav. He has few bags with him, backpacks, and that could hold different kind of objects in each bag. Let me introduce one of the bag, which is the pink bag. This bag is flexible and reorderable. It can hold anything, like it can hold stones, flowers, fruits, anything it can hold. The thing we need to remember is it will store the things, it can hold the things in order. It is flexible, it is reorderable, but when we are storing, it will store in order. So he started his journey, Arav, to a forest, and at the starting of the forest, he found lot of fruits. Then he picked up the things and he started storing in his bag. And he find apples, bananas, cherries, dragon fruit, and he's storing in it. And the thing we need to observe here is the syntax of this pink bag storing, right? So it is starting with square bracket, and here we are storing multiple string data type, right? So we are storing apples, bananas, cherries, and how I'm specifying it is different values with the help of comma. With the comma, with the square bracket, I'm storing all the strings into single variable. I can store this in single bag, right? And this data type is called list. And listen to the story because I will be asking questions in this story. So the pink bag is list, which will be stored in order. And the things we need to remember, the list is this bag allowed him to add new fruits. At the starting, when he started his journey, his bag was empty. And when he's finding the fruit trees, he's picking up the fruits and putting in the bag. And in the bag, those fruits are in order. And he can be able to add new fruit. When he's adding, it is adding at the last. And it is maintaining in order. And he can remove something and he can eat if he is angry and he's having a favorite fruit, and he can eat it. He can remove the things. And if he want to change the order, he can do that as well. That is the magic of this pink bag, where he can do all this stuff. He can change anything at any position. He can remove things. He can add at the last, right? These are the things he can do with the list. And he has one more bag, which is yellow color. And this bag feature is it is permanent and protected. So need to remember it is permanent. So in the earlier pink bag, right, I can remove, I can add, I can delete, I can do anything, I can change. Whereas this is permanent and protected. And this bag can hold anything, like as he's going towards the forest and he find some stone tablets, some stones which are, some designs are carved on it. He took the stone which has the design of sun, he took the stone design of the moon, and he took the one of the stone having stars on it. And what we need to observe here is the syntax is different than the pink bag. This yellow bag, it is permanent and protected, have the smaller brackets as a starting, and each value is separated by comma. If we change the brackets, the data type will get changed. That is, we need to observe. Earlier it was square brackets, now it is small brackets. And this data structure is called tuples. And Arav realized that this is permanent and protected, whereas tuples are ordered. If I store this, if I retrieve it anytime, it will not change the order. And tuples cannot be modified. We cannot modify tuple. Tuples are used for permanent data. Let's suppose I'm
And we
writing.
cannot delete two, right? We cannot delete two, right?
Yes, we cannot modify tuple. Okay. If we change, then it is no more that tuple, it will be a new tuple. We'll discuss in practically tomorrow class. But yeah,
okay,
it cannot be modified. Let's suppose in business scenario, let's understand with the real use case. So we do have a project, and every project have database connectivity, right? And my application is a very small application, and it just connects to one single database. In this case, is it good option to store my database connection details like host, username, password stuff in list data type or tuple?
tuple.
Tuple
Yeah,
will be
it's a
the
tuple.
ideal approach, right? Because I need to not to change those. Those are constant and it should not be changed, right? So that's why we need to use tuple there. Whereas list, anyone can update the list. So that is where we use tuple. And he has a couple of more bags with him. And he has a red bag now. And this red bag is unique and unordered. Till now we saw list and tuple, which is ordered. Whichever way we store, it will be stored in that order. Whereas this bag is unique and unordered. And in earlier, right? If he go while he's traveling, if he find another apple tree, he can pick and add an apple in this. Even though the values are repeating, but still lists accept duplicate values. And whereas this red bag is called set, and this set will not allow duplicate values. It will have unique values in it, and it will not also store in order, any order. It will be unordered. Today, while adding, it will be in one order. Tomorrow, if I'm retrieving the values, it will not follow the order. So he added the red, green, blue. I mean, he went into the forest and he found some glowing orbs, some glowing objects floated around. So he just picked those red glowing red orb and green orb and blue orb, and he just put it in his bag. And he find one more red, and when he tried to add into the thing, he has added it, but still he can see only one red in this set. And the syntax we need to observe here is, it is starting with flower brackets and separated by comma. Then Arav has learned few things here. What are the things? Sets keep only unique items. That's what he understood. And they are unordered. Let's suppose where we'll use this, right? If I want to check quickly the membership of Aadhaar card, right? Then where Aadhaar number and the name and the Aadhaar number, age, right? those will be unique for everyone. There is no other is a ID card which has an ID number and which it will not repeat, right? In membership time, there will be only one person can get one Aadhaar, and no other person will not get the same Aadhaar number. During this kind of situations, I will be using the set. Is it clear? The use case also set. This is set.
Can you repeat the use case for this one again?
Yeah. Let's suppose I am running Aadhaar membership enrollment process, and I'm storing the Aadhaar IDs in the set. If I want to quickly check if I'm enrolling a new person into the Aadhaar directory or in the system, and he should not have the same ID, because set will allow only unique items. So while checking that, practically we'll see this thing. So I can validate whether this ID is already there in the set or not. Does anyone have the same ID or not? We can have a quick check with the help of set. Is it clear?
Yeah,
because set
Prashant.
doesn't allow duplicates.
Yeah. Yes.
Prashant, it's like a lookup table, right? So the order
Yeah.
can be anything.
Correct. That's correct. So, and he has another bag, and at last Arav entered into a market by carrying all this stuff, right? And he identified each shop has a key item in it, whereas key, it's a magical bag where it stores, it's a pair of information, whereas key value pair. And this blue bag has key value pair, and when he's going through the market, he find a fruit shop with mangoes, a toy shop with robots, and bookshop magic scrolls. It's a key value combination, and the syntax you can see, it is something similar to set, which is flower bracket, but inside you can see a colon. The before colon, it is a key. After the colon, it is a value, and separated by comma. And yeah.
So in the fruit shop, can we add mangoes, comma, fruit, apples, or just?
So if you want to store more than one value, what we can use? Here I use string. If I want to use more than one values, what is the data structure we have?
So the comma
List.
with
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
List,
Okay.
set, tuple, right? Here I will add that here instead of one value.
Inside. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, we'll see all those use cases, right, in the practical tomorrow. Definitely, you'll get clarity more on these things. But for now, theoretically, try to understand these things.
Okay.
And the Ara, what he need to understand and what he understood with this is this data type is called dictionary. Dictionary is key value pair, whereas dictionary stores data as key value pairs, and keys must be unique. These are the keys. These should be unique. And why we use dictionaries? If we have the use case to store the same use case, if I want Aadhaar card stuff, right? Aadhaar ID as a key and name as a value. Or as Lakshita mentioned, I can use a list here and I can specify all the details of the person. Name, comma, age, comma, all the details. So where Aadhaar ID I can use as the key and values, anything, whatever we want. So in this case, if I want to have a quick retrieval, right? In that case, we'll be using this dictionary. Very fast to retrieve a value when you know the key. When you know the other number, then we use dictionaries to quickly get the values for that other ID, and I will be able to validate it. If I want to give some use case, when we go to, when we are going in a bike and police will catch us, right? And you want to verify whether we have all necessary things or not, right? During that time, he has a mission in his hand. He just type the vehicle number. Vehicle number is unique, and that is added as a key. And once he type the vehicle number, it will retrieve all the information related to that vehicle. Whether is there any past bills, or is there registration is done properly or not? Is it registered in this state or not? All this information, right? So this is one of the use case where we use dictionaries. Yeah, we are on time. So this is what I thought to I planned today to explain you about theoretically about these data structures, and practically we saw different kind of data types, and the basic data types: integer, float, string, none type, Boolean, right? And we saw multiple string functions, and we saw about packages and how to install third-party package and how to use the third-party package. If you have any doubts, please stay back. Otherwise, feel free to drop off, guys.
Thanks, Prashant. A very nice
Thank
class.
you. Yeah,
Enjoyed
thank
it.
you, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Prashant.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Prashant.
Thank you, Prashant.
Thank you, guys.
Prashant, I have a question. A
Yeah, go ahead.
very simple one. Prashant, you said running the code in one line, right? Yesterday,
Yeah.
using Shift M, but I was not able to do it. Can you just show me once? I mean,
Yeah, sure. It's a shift enter is execution.
yes. And then you say to hold on to Shift and
that one is to merge the cells.
okay.
Okay, so if I just write that
I guess then my question is how to merge the cells as a single line of code.
Yeah, I understand. So I do have print. Well, yes. Okay. I have two lines of code, right?
Correct.
I need to select in the left side before the number.
Okay.
And I can use shift and press the other one which you want to merge.
Okay.
Then you will be able to see these both cells are in light blue color.
It got highlighted, yes.
Yes, right? Now shift M.
Okay. This does that. So I remembered Shift M, but I was not able to catch hold of both the things.
Correct. Yeah, that is a little tricky.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
And I think so. Execution is I guess the restart kernel, right? At once.
Yeah. Here you can see
Yes.
restart the kernel and run all cells.
Correct. All right.
So Prashant, this side.
Yes, I.
So when you're just starting your Jupyter actually through the command line, so you have a folder in your D drive or C drive, I believe, and it starts with 1. But I believe there is a reason for that, because when I'm just going with Python, it just opens the interpreter for me directly. So that's why you have renamed that particular folder Python like 1 underscore something like that. When you start Jupyter Notebook with a command line, Anaconda prompt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just got my Python folder C:/ and then Python. Okay. So even I just go with this, when I just type Python, so it directly just lands. Okay, Jupyter Notebooks works, but after when I would like to just go for Python folder, it just goes to the Python interpreter.
Maybe you share your screen and we'll see. He'll try to understand.
Yeah, I will just share my screen. Just give me a minute. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I will just open my Anaconda prompt. For example, if I go, then it will start directly prompt. It doesn't just open.
Okay. Yeah, Python again is a reserved keyword, right?
Yeah,
So
so that's why I believe you have just shared or started with 1_ something like that. But when I go to my C, so I just made a Python folder and now it's taking like that.
yeah, so in environment variables, we do have a path set for the Python.
Okay.
If you type anywhere in command prompt or Anaconda prompt Python word, right, it will directly understand that you are trying to run Python code, not the Python folder. So you need to enter into folder, means you need to type cd space Python.
Okay, cd space Python. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And how should I come out of this?
Control Z.
Control Z. Okay,
Enter.
doesn't. Okay, so if I just go for cd space python, then I can start Jupyter Notebook. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, I got it then. Okay, because you are just starting with Python and then I'm having issue. Fine, good.
Yeah,
thanks.
No problem. Yeah.
And how should we submit our assignments? So it's done. So through, how should we submit through WhatsApp, or could you just guide?
I mean, in LMS, people are submitting, I think.
Okay.
So
we have to submit that Word document directly?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're talking about hackathon or assignment?
Yeah, a hackathon.
Okay, hackathons. Okay, hackathon is right. You can share me on WhatsApp.
Okay, WhatsApp itself.
Yeah.
So in a form of Excel statement and that SQL queries actually, which we have just did, that will
In
work
Word
with the
document.
Word document.
Yeah.
Word document.
Yes.
Thanks.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you, Prashant.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Prashant.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Any questions, guys? Okay, as there is no response, assuming there are no questions, and I'm ending the call.